a little bit every time. And then we hit the UK, and when we hit the UK, something went from 3 to 500 immediately. We started selling out in advance, bigger places, 1,000. Next thing you know, by 2006, we sold out Shepherd's Bush Empire, which to me, you could have said Wembley Stadium and it would have been the same, you know, it's the same equivalency.
It's all
And
relative.
and it was like, oh my God, we actually sold 2,000 hard tickets. Look at me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the following couple of tours, it starts to scale, and then we get an opportunity to do the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh man, dude.
And we didn't think we were going to sell it out, so we said, well, the entire UK tour is one night at the Albert Hall, Monday, May 4th, 2009. And I wrote Mr. Clapton a letter. I'd met him at an event a year before, and I wrote Mr. Clapton a letter stating how much the venue meant to me because of the history in which he um, created in it. And I saw that he was playing there the following week. He was doing his 10-show run or whatever. I said, oh, maybe he's around. And he wrote me back and said, yeah, I'll come play a song or two. I'm like,
Jesus.
unbelievable. So what do you do when you have Eric Clapton coming? You go to the
At
Royal,
Royal Albert Hall.
and it's 2009, the middle of the financial meltdown
Oh,
that we're
that's right,
about to see
exactly.
again. Not to be a soothsayer. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You film it. And 4 years before that, I met Kevin Shirley, who started producing my records. And once he started producing my records, we started going up. Like we started going up.
By the way, when you say going up, is this live and selling records or just live?
Correct. He showed me how to make a real record, and he's like, these are the players you need. And he kept going song, 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 songs. He still says song, song, song. I mean, like he's a real producer. And so I'm chronologically a little out of order, but Kevin Shirley is one of the key pivot points in my career in 2005, and we'll be together almost 20 years this year, he and I. So you can see these long-term deals. And so Kevin bids it out. He's producing the DVD, and the bill comes in conservatively at $250,000. We don't have $250,000, so we go to Citibank, right, to ask them for a loan. And of course, they come back and say, "Well, we'll loan you some money," but that's the banking crisis and stuff like that. And 2 years before, you could go in with $6,000 and pull out $3 million. Okay, because anyway, they come back and we will loan you $25,000. We're like, don't waste my time. So we decided to then kind of just tuck our pants into our socks, save every dollar we had, and go all in on the Royal Albert Hall, May 4th, 2009. Kevin's producing it. Eric Clapton's coming. Double band. We had Anton Fig and Bogey Bowls and horns and this huge thing, which we're way overshooting our.
Did you actually get $250,000 saved up?
We ended up paying for it all because we didn't realize we didn't have to pay it all at once. So
Oh, there you go. Because I was just saying, how did you get 250,000 that quick?
we took some IOUs. Kevin got paid down the line. He
Yeah.
understood. So we were able to cover just the cost. And
Right,
we
right.
and we did a pretty extensive tour going into the
Right.
into the thing, as a rehearsal and just to kind of generate some money.
So out of that 250,000 that you needed, what was the small amount that you had to come up with to get this job done?
Oh, we needed 100 at least to get started.
Right.
And,
Okay, there you go.
but that was the equivalent of being at the roulette table and going all in on 35 black. Okay.
Right.
You're going, that's it. If this thing fails, we're out of business.
You're done.
And yeah, maybe I would still have a career, but we would have been out of business. And you have to look at it from that perspective.
But it's interesting because let's say the label gave you a bunch of money and you're only making 15 cents on the dollar. If that failed, you'd still be out of business. Or you'd owe them forever. You'd be working for them like slaves. So in a way,
And God forbid you sign one of those deals that encapsulate you on a brand level, like merchandising and what they referred to as the 360 deal.
Yeah.
They really own you. Like you lose your
Yeah.
name. Okay. If you sign a deal like that with like is Joe Bonamassa, they own that. The first thing they do is go to the trademark office and trademark your name. So you can't even tour under your name.
Yeah.
Prince, this was the whole Prince thing when he
Yeah.
turned
Yeah.
his name into a symbol. This
Yeah.
was this is the concept of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, we do the gig, it's triumphant. We put the DVD out, and it sells okay, but we were able to keep the company going.
What's okay?
It's for a DVD. I mean, we're selling 25,000 copies, in the States. It's platinum. It's platinum. It's a platinum DVD now.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah. And all of this work, all of these experiences, all of these shows and fiscal decisions and business all comes to an apex curve as soon as the Albany affiliate for public broadcasting, PBS, calls our office randomly going, "Hey, we know Joe's from these parts. Do you think he would be interested in allowing us to use an hour edit of his DVD at Royal Albert Hall for our pledge drive?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be the annoying concert on PBS that they break into every 5 minutes to ask for money." I was like, "Great." And we've been hoping PBS would approach us. And so we come out in 2009, fall, late summer 2009, and this thing explodes. When I tell you it explodes, because it's TV, and in LA, Channel 8 is PBS, Channel 7 is ABC. There's no differentiation anymore, because the big cable companies were 500 channels, and people would flip through and just see and people like concerts.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm on there, I'm the edgiest thing on PBS for years. It's like Lawrence Welk and, Reading Rainbow and the Celtic Women and me, I stick out. And these things start scoring high numbers as far as the pledge drives, and the tickets just go crazy. And that was the big moment in which put me on the map in a sense where I was like, I went from 1,000 seats to 3,500 seats, and I was like, I don't know what. It was a roller coaster ride, and it was like being shot out of a cannon. But with that, I will say this: everything that I worked for was coming to fruition. Everything that Roy and I and Kevin and the entire team worked for had come to fruition right in front of our eyes, really damn quick. There was no crossfade. It was like brick wall. What I will say to anyone